This is the story of a little girl named Emily and a doll unlike any other. I am going to tell you a tale that will make you question what you believe about toys, because some things should never be played with. Emily was 6 years old when she found the doll. It was sitting on an old wooden bench at a garage sale, staring at her with big blue glass eyes. Its curly brown hair was slightly messy, and its red dress had a small tear on the sleeve. But there was something about it that drew Emily in. She tugged at her mother's hand and begged to take it home. Her mother hesitated. "It looks old, sweetheart. Maybe we should get a new one." But Emily wouldn't let go of the doll's tiny hand. The old woman selling it smiled and said, "That doll's been waiting for a new friend." That night, Emily placed the doll on the chair beside her bed. She named it Rosie. "Good night, Rosie," she whispered, tucking herself under the covers. The doll just stared at her, its glassy eyes shining in the dim light. At midnight, something strange happened. Emily's mother woke up to the sound of tiny footsteps echoing down the hallway. She thought Emily had woken up for water. But when she checked her room, Emily was sound asleep. The doll, however, was no longer on the chair. It was sitting at the edge of Emily's bed, facing the door. Frowning, her mother picked it up and placed it back on the chair. "Strange," she mumbled and went back to bed. The next morning, Emily's mother asked, "Did you move your doll last night?" Emily shook her head. "No, Mommy, Rosie doesn't move." But every night after that, the doll moved on its own. Some nights, it would be sitting by the window, looking outside. Other nights, it would be lying on the floor, as if it had fallen. One night, Emily's mother found it in the hallway, halfway between Emily's room and hers. She started to feel uneasy. Maybe she had been moving it in her sleep without realizing it. Maybe Emily was playing tricks on her. But deep down, she felt something wasn't right. One evening, while cleaning Emily's room, she picked up Rosie and examined it closely. There was something off about its face. The painted lips seemed smudged, like they had moved. And the eyes, they didn't seem like glass anymore. They seemed real. That night, Emily's mother decided to test something. She placed Rosie in the living room before going to bed. If the doll was moved in the morning, she would know Emily had nothing to do with it. At exactly 3 a.m., she woke up to a soft shuffling sound. Her heart pounded as she listened. Then, slowly, she heard the creak of the bedroom door opening. Holding her breath, she turned to look. Rosie was standing at the foot of the bed. A choked scream escaped her throat. She jumped up and switched on the light. But the doll was lying motionless again, its head tilted slightly, as if it were amused. She grabbed it and rushed to the backyard, her hands shaking. She threw the doll into the trash can and slammed the lid shut. Then she ran back inside and locked the door. For the first time in days, she slept peacefully. But in the morning, Rosie was back in Emily's room, sitting on the chair, smiling. Fear gripped her. She knew now, this was no ordinary doll. It was something else, something watching, something waiting. Desperate, she decided to get rid of it for good. While Emily was at school, she took the doll far into the woods and buried it deep in the ground. She whispered, "Stay there," before hurrying back home, feeling relieved. That night, as she tucked Emily into bed, she felt lighter. It was over. Rosie was gone. But as she turned off the light, Emily spoke. "Mommy," she said, her voice small. "Rosie is back." Her blood ran cold. She turned slowly. There, on the chair beside Emily's bed, sat the doll. Dirty, covered in soil, and smiling wider than before. Emily's mother screamed. She grabbed Emily and ran out of the room. She didn't stop until they were in the car, driving as far as they could. That night, they stayed at Emily's grandmother's house. The next day, they returned with a priest. The moment he stepped into the house, he froze. "There is something evil here," he said. He walked into Emily's room, where Rosie sat, unmoved. He sprinkled holy water over the doll, chanting in a language Emily's mother didn't understand. The moment the water touched Rosie, the doll's head snapped toward the priest. The room grew cold, and a horrible whisper filled the air. "She's mine." The priest continued his prayers, louder this time. The air grew thick, heavy, and the whispers turned into shrieks. Suddenly, the doll fell over, lifeless. "It's done," the priest said, breathing heavily. "But you must destroy it." Emily's mother didn't hesitate. She took Rosie to an abandoned field, poured gasoline over it, and set it on fire. As the flames consumed the doll, she swore she heard it laughing. Finally, it was gone. Emily and her mother never spoke of Rosie again. They moved to a new house, far away. Life returned to normal. But sometimes, late at night, Emily's mother would wake up, feeling as if someone was watching her. And in the silence, she would hear soft, tiny footsteps, because some things never truly go away.